Still pretty hot this morning. Summer t-shirts. Boys, we are here in what is presumably the last week of Supreme Spring Summer 2024. It's been a wild ride. We've been here 18 prior times, and now today I am here yet again to talk about not only Supreme Summer tees, but also every other item left to drop for Spring Summer 2024, week 19, as well as announce a giveaway and even do an unboxing. So we got ourselves a little feature film here today. Take a seat, get comfortable, get yourself a nice warm cup of coffee, and let's jump right into it. Before we get started, I want to remind you guys to please hit like on the video and subscribe to the channel. We are super close to 3,000 subscribers. I think we can get there very soon, so please help me do that. Also have memberships available on this channel. Memberships will in fact help you do things like win pairs of Yeezy Pods, which yes, these are the item that I'm going to be giving away this week on my live stream. These are my personal pair of the Yeezy Pods, a really insane shoe. It's a size 2, which according to StockX means that it can fit a 9 through a 10.5. So that's about the size right here. Very interesting shoe. I shot a review of it. I haven't posted it yet, but if you want to win this Yeezy Pod, you can either 1, become a member and get 5 entries to win this thing, or 2, you can show up to the live stream and comment on the stream, be subscribed, and I believe follow me on a social media platform, and then we will do the giveaway next Thursday right after the drop. We'll have to get people in there. It's gonna be hype, boys. The last week of Supreme, presumably, right? They could always do a crazy week 20, but probably not. Let's get right into the drop list. If you're wondering about this box right here, I gotta have something to keep you hooked till the end of the video. So once we finish the drop list, we'll get this bad boy open. All right, here on Supreme's website, in the new format, of course, I had to blow up my screen to make it look actually visible to you guys, but for summer, Supreme will release 7 new graphic tees available June 20th, available in Asia June 22nd. I mean, straight into the point, let's look at these pictures. Interesting little photograph right here of a guy and a girl sitting together. It doesn't seem like something they would ever post in the past, but here we go with, I believe this is the Paris tee. I don't know, Paris, London, Tokyo. It's one of those shop tees again. And then we have this one, Supreme at 1994. We're gonna look on the Supreme community after these 9 pictures. Let's just take a look right here. All right, Miss Piggy, folks. Everybody that's been asking about Miss Piggy all season long. Where is Miss Piggy? Why hasn't she dropped with the Muppets? Well, here she is now, live in living color with the pink shirt right here. I'm not a gigantic fan of the Miss Piggy shirt, but I think it is gonna be the most coveted one because people have been talking about it for so long. Kermit has done so well. The Muppet stuff has honestly done pretty well for resale. This one right here, some kind of a Supreme script logo. I believe this is like the backwards tee. I think that's what it's called, flipped or mirrored, something like that, but just a standard Supreme script logo, and I believe it is backwards or mirrored. Ooh, the Patah, the El Raud. This one is that Egyptian shirt. I was watching Fauntleroy's stream yesterday making some mock-ups, and that was a good old time in and of itself, but right here, I can't really see what's going on. This looks kind of like a phallic image in the back. I feel like they could have done a little bit better with this, but I do like the kind of glow of the graphic design right there. Need to see more pictures of that. Alice Coltrane featuring Pharoah Sanders and Joe Henderson. Is that the same shirt? Is that the back hit? That looks like a back hit to me. If you look at the shirt right there, it is wider on the back than it is on the front. So I think that's the back hit. And then right here, Alice Coltrane Journey in whatever that says right there. And clearly these are different shirts because this is Alice Coltrane right here. I don't know who that is. If I should know who that is, I just don't. So there we go. And then this one yet again, we'll get the T names here in a second once we look at Supreme community, as well as the rest of the items. This shirt right here, it's kind of cool. Got like King Kong on it. It kind of reminds me of that King Kong Godzilla video game, kind of side scroller type behavior. What was that called? Rampage, I think. Kind of reminds me of that. Probably one of the better shirts besides the Black Cat tee. The designs this summer are pretty weak in my opinion. Miss Piggy and Black Cat are the only ones I would see myself wearing. I might actually pick up the Black Cat for personal, but likely I'll probably go after a couple of the Miss Piggy shirts to resell, like in XXL, XL. We'll see. I still don't think there's a whole lot of money to be made on summer tees anymore, just because of how much quantity VF Corp has been making. All right, we're over here on Supreme Community, and we're just gonna go how we usually go, top to bottom. Starting off, we got the Franklin Supreme Playground Ball, 8.5-inch rubber playground ball with pump included. Pump included is actually kind of cool. I mean, who didn't love a good kickball growing up? I think both of these colorways are pretty decent. Maybe collect them as a set. I don't know what you would really use this for. Obviously, kickball would be a starter, but I think this is just a solid accessory. Having a ball is something that you can really use for a lot of things. I think the collectability is pretty decent with this one. It'll be fairly sought after, I think, post-release. Do I think there's going to be a whole lot of resale on it? Maybe some, but I do think it'll sell out. Certainly in the future, these will go for more than retail at least. All right, the Supreme Coleman Folding Table Set is next, with a full table, benches with printed pattern, aluminum frame, and melamine processed plywood top panels. There's the measurements right there, engraved metal logos, 240-pound capacity. Now, I know a lot of people really fucking want this table, and I'm just gonna say it now, folks. This thing is gonna cost a good amount of money. So just be prepared, right? I know a lot of people want to buy this, but look up what this costs before it even has Supreme branding. I couldn't find the exact pictures or prices of this Coleman folding table, but just be prepared for some solid Supreme tax on this thing. I do think this guy will be pretty highly sought after and worth going after for resale. I just definitely see this thing selling out and doing relatively well on the resale market post-release if it's like sub $500. Finally, a really great summer accessory that I totally forgot about, the Supreme AO 24-pack cooler bag, durable canvas cooler bag, 24 can plus, 14-pound ice capacity. That is pretty big, leak-proof TPU liner. I mean, who doesn't want a nice cooler bag? I love the design on this. It's got a pretty cool pattern, Supreme box logo in the front. You got some handy buckles on the side, a nice grab handle with a Velcro strap. It just looks like pretty nice. And there we go with some brewskis in there, maybe some energy drinks, right? You're just crushing sody pops. I don't know how much this guy will cost. I'm guessing maybe around 70 to 80 bucks. I think this would be a pretty solid accessory. I don't really know if this guy will resell, but I think it's a solid item that if you don't have a good cooler and need some more cooling capacity for the summer, a really solid personal item with potential to maybe resell. It's the first time I've seen Supreme release something like this in terms of a cooler bag. All right, next up we got the Jacquard Soccer Jersey, poly jersey with Jacquard knit graphic, woven patch, and embroidered graphic. Now this guy, it's kind of like I love it and then I'm not so sure about it. I do love the front. I love the stadium design. It's kind of faded. The one thing I think is holding me back from this piece is just the colors. I really only like the black one. The patch looks cool. The Supreme classy font, elegant, looks decent, but orange and neon yellow don't look good in my opinion together. And then this is a little controversial. I like it. Some people don't love the 30th anniversary stuff on the back. And then we got the dates right there for 2024, and then that's 1994 in Roman numerals. But I think this guy will be pretty solid, probably the most sought after clothing item this week if I had to guess, maybe followed by the shorts. Well, it depends, but I think this guy will have some resale on it, especially in the larger sizes, and I think the black jersey is the best colorway to go for in my opinion. All right, we looked at all the t-shirts, but let's just confirm the name. So Miss Piggy shirt, check. Got that easy. This was the Paris tee with all the Supreme names on it. Really disappointed in that shirt. I mean, Fauntleroy made a much better one with the Eiffel Tower and Supreme right underneath it. Kind of disappointing. We just have some text right there. The backwards tee, dope. Varsity tee. Okay, this is a varsity tee. I need better pictures of it, but there you go. Supreme 1994. It's kind of fun. It's got this monster right there. You got some anthropomorphized fucking letters. 94. Very odd for a varsity shirt though. You would have thought it would have been something totally different. Black cat, obviously cool. I think the black cat is my favorite one. The Patati, and then the Snatchinata tee, which is probably a musical artist that I've just never heard of. Alice Coltrane. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Sorry. Next up, Cordura Denim Small Box 6 panel. This guy isn't terrible, but we've seen so many hats this season that kind of fit this niche. We got denim, which actually is one of the better materials you can ask for. Small box. It's an okay Supreme hat. Get it if you like it. I don't really think any resale is available on any of these. Maybe one color does a little bit better than the others, like maybe the classic blue denim. That's the only one I would venture out to guess would be anything worth going after to resell. We have the matching soccer shorts from the Jacquard jersey coming out this week. This is the poly jersey with Jacquard knit graphic, and it is very much the same exact thing. We do have a pretty cool graphic though on the front. You do have that same stadium pattern right there, and it isn't super loud and in your face. I feel like from far away you would probably just see the color, and then up close you would see the actual material on there. No back hit, but I imagine it's either the same thing as the stadium. I don't think they'd put a bunch of trophies on the back of these shorts, but we do have 30 years of dedication, world famous, and then Supreme. Some cool hits on the bottom of the soccer shorts indeed. And last but not least, a hat for all of you guys. It's the Clown 6 panel. This guy is pretty funny. I saw this in the preview and thought it was a humorous design to be sure. Definitely a pretty cool hat for Halloween, but it is definitely up to you loving killer clowns with blood on them. I do like the colors though. We really haven't seen this kind of color combinations on hats. I don't think at all this season. Not this kind of yellow with purple with green. The hat material is certainly interesting too. I'm not really a huge fan of the brim. There's something about the brim that's not doing it for me. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I do like that we have a Supreme graffiti font on the back. But let me know, do you guys like this hat, or is something kind of off with it? All right, for those of you that made it to the end, we're gonna do a quick unboxing of this item right here and then get into my final thoughts on the week. Finally, guys, it's a really long story, but I got my Supreme train conductor's hat and my Post-it notes, which these are much smaller than I thought they would be. That is hilarious. And of course, a Redbox logo. Long story short, I sold my pair of overdyed small box sweat shorts, but I was out of town visiting home. I asked my girlfriend, hey, can you ship these shorts out to this guy? And she said, sure. And then I realized after they were shipped that I sent my entire Supreme order from that week instead of just the one item. And I was too busy thinking about just getting the order out because I was away. So I kindly asked that gentleman to please send me my stuff back. I bought him a label and he did. So let's give a round of applause to that person. And reminder, if someone ever sends you stuff and it's not yours, do the right thing, return it to them. You just never know when the karma will pay you back. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for Supreme Week 19. Overall, a pretty quiet week to finish off the season. I'm really hoping we get something else that's surprising us, but if we look at left to drop, it's really only 4 accessories that have already been postponed, besides the canvas backpack and canvas tote, which don't necessarily say postponed, but I don't see them coming out. And even if they do, is that really gonna save the week? Not so much. But like I said before, stick around to my live stream this Thursday. We will be doing our final live cop of the season and then continuing along with Supreme in the off season. I have a bunch of video ideas coming out. You guys want me to cover Supreme archive pieces, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go over old Supreme collaborations. We're gonna react to my very first Supreme reviews on my channel that I have posted over 8 years ago. We're gonna go look at the rarest Supreme items of all time and then get back into weekly streetwear content and just keep up to date on what's coming out during the summer. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment if you like, leave a dislike if you hated it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.